Okay, I'm finally back. I'm actually recording this or doing this voiceover very late. So this footage was back from like the end of July, and it's currently like almost the end of August because I've already arrived in India, did my program. So anyways, this is me in Washington, D.C. So I went from Ohio to Washington, D.C. I'm so sweaty. I'm cracking up. I mean, it doesn't look like that much stuff, but like my big suitcase is like over 50 something pounds, so it's heavy, and then carrying up all those stairs and stuff, it was a workout. So this is when I first arrived into Washington, D.C., and then this is the next morning. I showed up for my little yoga class, which this technically was not in my plans, but I kind of made like a last minute switch up because at this point in my travel, I was just very tapped out from the amount of like emotional weight of staying with different people, and I don't know, it was just feeling a little heavy. Okay, hopefully you can hear me because I have the dishwasher running. I ended up getting into Washington, D.C., and I had planned to just go stay with my aunt who lives here, but on the way over here, I was like so tapped out. I don't even really know how to describe it, but I was just like, I need to just go be by myself tonight. So I found a little Airbnb that was like walking distance from the train station. I ordered dinner and I stayed in, and I just kind of like let myself be. I think I sat in the bathtub for like maybe 2 hours. I really needed that. I did a face mask, a hair mask. I caught up on a bunch of stuff. And then I just let myself like lay in bed all night or like lay in bed early. And oh, it felt so good. It's like kind of weird, but when you go stay with other people, I'm trying to like accommodate them because I'm in their environment, and so I've really neglected myself. Like, I personally need a lot of rest time, a lot of downtime, but when I'm staying with other people, you know, it's been a challenge to kind of like honor myself in other people's environments. So definitely feel like I haven't done the greatest job, and my body's like asking for some rest. Why'd that person pull me right there? Oh my gosh, this place, like I could have just stared out that window all day yesterday, and there was just like so much going on. The amount of like fire trucks, police, like it was kind of crazy. But so now I got a couple of little like wellness things. I got a little like apple cider ginger, pineapple turmeric shot, and then I got just a plain little shot of turmeric. It's really dark. Not bad. Turmeric is so good for inflammation. And I feel like right now, I'm just like, my body's so inflamed right now. Kind of tasting a little diluted. Not a smart idea to rub like while I'm taking turmeric. Oh my gosh. This one's not good. It's really weird flavors. The apple cider vinegar with pineapple. Interesting. Okay, I did 2 good things for my body today. Yoga, healthy wellness shots, because yesterday my voice was like, it stopped working. I just felt so exhausted. So I'm listening to my body and going to try to take it easy really the next few days. Showing up and doing yoga this morning was really good for me, even though I did not want to get out of bed. And I was so tempted to be like, this is my one day I get to rest, but my body needed that. So this is kind of where I'm at with my packing. These are like my odds and ends that I kind of have like used this morning. So everything does fit into my check-in bag. This is all my clothes, and then this has just like things that I don't really use that often and like miscellaneous. And this is all now like giveaway. My luggage stuff is a disaster, but it's coming together. I think I got it figured out. I'm just gonna have my backpack and my check-in. That's it. So I'm going to finish packing up, and then my aunt's coming to pick me up, and then I'm going to stay with my aunt for the next 2 days, and then we're going to go to the next adventure. So here we go. But today I think we're going to go explore downtown DC, and I'm really excited. So let's go. All right, so now I'm off adventuring with my aunt, which is kind of funny, but I was raised in the country. Like, I'm talking country in Ohio with like Amish as my neighbors in cornfields. So the whole like public transportation, very new to me, but it was pretty cool. And then we went like downtown DC to go see all the museums, which I still think it's incredible how many free museums they had in Washington DC. Like, even coming from Florida, you have to pay to go to all the state parks, but then you got to go to all these museums that were like, I mean, like, look at this. And it was free. Like, I was very impressed by how many, like, activities there were to do in Washington, D.C., and all of them were free. Like, you just walked in. And to see the, like, intention behind these buildings was just insane. I mean, these buildings were huge, and the details and just, like, the materials they used, like, you could tell that when they built these buildings, they weren't thinking like, oh, how to make this the cheapest. I mean, they made these buildings just like over the top, which was really beautiful to see. And then, okay, this is my type of like travel adventure. So this is in Washington DC, the United States Botanical Gardens, and again, this was free to go into. And I mean, it was just, I could have stayed in here literally all day. We kind of like rushed through it, and I still was like, I just couldn't get over seeing all the different plants, and they had it so beautifully like arranged where they had different rooms and different like climates. It was really a cool experience. And they even had, so it's in this like glass dome, and you could walk up to the top story and look down on it all, and it was just every single inch of the place was just covered in different plants and different species. And I think it's really cool to see a place like this where they're preserving these plants but also giving them like the proper environment that they thrive in. It was really cool. Then still, like, seeing all these buildings in person is just like way different than thinking about them or seeing like pictures of them. It was really humbling to see it. Then we got back to our place, and I decided to give Tad's little bear a little bath, which this footage was actually like on his passing anniversary. It's been 3 years, which is crazy. Kind of hard. But anyway, so then we drove into, as you saw, Philadelphia, which is where one of my other cousins live, and she showed us this little like restaurant bar, and it's on the top of like an old school, but they still function, I guess, as like a school. I don't know. It was a really neat place. I will say I was really impressed by Philadelphia. Out of all the places that I visit, I really liked Philadelphia. It was like everything was very walkable. It was very naturey. Like they had like little like reusable stores, and I really enjoyed it. This is me getting back. I'm trying to get back to some of my little routines. So I did my coconut oil pulling. And then this is, again, little country girl. Seeing like a playground like that in the city was just like, what? Like, I don't know. It just felt so strange to me. Then we walked and got coffee and breakfast. That's her little dog. Rue is adorable. I'm bad about vlogging, but it's Sunday afternoon. I'm staying with my cousin in Philly. I just went to Staples and got all my travel pages printed off. And now I'm gonna go back and hang out with her. Philly's cool. Okay, so then I went, after I got my paperwork all printed off, I went and hung out with my cousin, and she took me a walk around Philadelphia, and it was so much fun. This day started off really cool. We just were like walking around talking. We went to this little viewpoint where you walked up these stairs, which this was a little crazy. Once you got up to the top, it was like swaying, but look at the view. It was really cool. I had so much fun. I haven't really been able to spend much time like as an adult with this cousin, so it was really cool. But oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing. We were walking, then all of a sudden it started like downpouring. Like I'm talking really raining, and we just like kept walking. It was really funny. At one point we're just like walking and it's like downpouring, and we're just carrying on a conversation. I looked at her and like started like dying laughing. It was hilarious. So then we walked into town. We were soaking wet, so we went to a little thrift store, got some thrifted clothes, and then just like went to the little restaurant, acted like nothing ever happened. It was so fun. And then I went to the train station to go to my next destination, which is New York.